Second round of the East, the 11 USC, the 3 Baylor. Second half, 63 all, 6 to play. Benny Boatwright dishes to Chimezi Metu. The jam. Metu at 28, under 5 to play. Baylor down 2. Monty LeCompte drills the 3 in the foul. He had a dozen. Bears up by 2. Final minute. Baylor still up 2. LeCompte again drives in, lay-in, gets the goaltending call. Metu blocks the shot as it's coming down. Count it. Bears win 82-78 and get the winner of this game going down the wire between Duke and South Carolina. How about the job that Baylor does getting this hot USC team and shutting them down the stretch, getting 19 from Motley. Scott Drew, a happy guy afterwards.
Coming into this game, both teams very similar. Great players, very resilient. They were one of the last to lose in the country. We were one of the last to lose in the country. Both of us play so well being down. I actually joked with Andy. I said, do you want to be up at halftime? He said, no, we like being down. But we knew it was going to come down to last couple minutes of the game, who could make the key defensive stops. And I thought we really did a better job executing down the stretch when it mattered most.
It brings us to our Polaris three-point sharpshooter. It's King McClure, 5 of 8 from downtown, 17 points total. McClure averages about 1 made three-pointer a game. And, of course, come tournament time, this is the stuff that maybe you don't count on. And Baylor certainly needed it to take down USC. Scott Drew alluded to it, and so I want to go back to it. USC, remember, they had a first 4 game against Providence. They trailed by 17, came all the way back to win. And then around a 64 game against Southern Methodist, and they come from 12 down. This time, they weren't able to come back and win, and so it's Baylor advancing to face either Duke or South Carolina, which, by the way, 41.7 to go, and South Carolina leads by 9. But here's Baylor again, getting into the second weekend of the tournament again.
For the 4th time in the past 8 years, which is an amazing accomplishment for most programs in America, but especially for one with the history of Baylor, and especially given what Scott Drew inherited when he took over in Waco. For folks who don't remember, it was among the biggest scandals in NCAA history, one player murdering another player. Like, it's just bananas to think about what that would be like in the year 2017 with social media and 24-hour news. The idea that that's where you start, and now you've built Baylor into a place where you go to the Sweet 16 basically every other year on average. It is an amazing accomplishment. He's one of the most underrated, if not the most underrated coaches in college basketball.
Yeah, one of the things we did when we first started the tournament, when we talked about Baylor, we said, look, this is a program the last couple of years has been knocked out in the first round, right? And so you look at it and you say, how can they get over that hump? Well, they get over their hump and they win the first game. It really looked like after winning this game that they were really excited. They're starting to really kind of find their pace right now, Coach. And I like the fact, if you look at Jonathan Motley, getting him touches down low. He had 19 and 10 today, but they do a lot of their damage in the paint, using their size, using their length, and making plays at the right time. Just moving forward, I would like to see them take care of the basketball a lot better than they did in the first and second game. I think moving into the Sweet 16, you really have to make sure you're securing the basketball.
No, great point. And Jonathan Motley didn't start all last year. He started 7 or 8 games. He's come up. So Baylor's done a great job developing players. They get great athletes. They mold them and they take off. They lost the first-round draft pick last year. So give Scott Drew a lot of credit. Tremendous players, and he does a great job coaching them.
All right, good stuff. And again, their next opponent in the Sweet 16 is going to be perhaps South Carolina, because this thing has 29.8 seconds left. South Carolina, it looks like, is headed to the free throw line. No, Duke actually forced a turnover. It's one of those where the player for South